rapper Travis Scott busted on Miami Beach when a night of fun ends with him being hauled off to jail.
What?
Good afternoon, I'm Maribel Rodriguez. A rapper has since
Travis
wanted out
Scott.
of jail. And CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner. She's live at the Miami Beach Marina where all this happened just a few hours ago. Morgan.
Oh, this is Morgan. Hey, Morgan.
Maribel, Miami Beach police said that they came here to this marina because of calls of a fight on a boat. And when they arrived here to this marina, they found rapper Travis Scott on the dock yelling at people.
Travis Scott was there?
He did not listen.
Travis was there, bro. It's windy out there. Look at her hair.
To police.
According to the arrest report, Miami Beach police arrived at a marina on South Beach to find Jax Berman Webster, or as fans know him, Travis Scott, yelling at people on board a boat. Officers asked the 10-time...
Did she call him Jax? I know I'm bad with names. What did she call him? Hold on real quick. Did we get that right? Team, did we hear that right? Hold on real quick.
Webster, or as... According to the arrest report, Miami Beach police arrived at a marina on South Beach to find Jax Berman Webster.
No. See, I know black people's names that are spelled really weird. I might not get like the foreigners, like from different countries and, you know, some oddball names. I get those wrong. Just the video before or after this one, I got wrong. But this one is Jaquez. That's final answer. Final answer. His name is Jaquez, not Jaquez. Jaquez. She called him Jax. She got Scott, bro. You ain't no fan of him? She don't look like she listened to Travis.
According to the arrest report, Miami Beach police arrived at a marina on South Beach to find Jax Berman Webster, or as fans know him, Travis Scott, yelling at people on board a boat. Officers asked the 10-time Grammy Award nominee to sit down.
How do you go from Jax Berman... Damn, I said it wrong. How you go from Jaquez Berman Webster to Travis Scott? That's kind of a cool alias, though. I mean, Travis Scott is easier to say. Like, think of it if his name was what his real name is. Like, if we, instead of knowing him as Travis Scott, we were calling him Jax Berman Webster. Or Jaquez Berman Webster. Jaquez Webster. Travis Scott. I mean, we're used to Travis Scott, but I think if that was his name, we'd be like, wow, like, it might have hurt his fame. He might have been, like, knocked down, like, 20%. Like, for real, like, he might have been 20% not as good with that name. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
And he initially did, but then kept getting back up. The person who made the complaint against Scott said he didn't want to press charges against Scott, who has 2 children with Kylie Jenner.
That's not the reason he ain't want to press charges against Scott. You don't want to be in the news, man. He's rich just like, well, maybe not just like Scott, but if he's in that marina, he got some money. He ain't trying to be on the news, being in court, going back and forth, having to testify. He's like, Scott, man, just chill, bro. Like, it's not that serious, man. I don't know. We don't know what happened and why Scott went crazy, but he actually made a statement on Twitter since his release, and we'll see that at the end of this.
He just wanted Scott to leave the boat. The officer asked Scott to leave, which he did, but the defendant walked backwards, yelling obscenities to the occupants of the vessel. Scott told one of the security guards waiting for him in the car to get out of the car. The defendant then stated to officers, if he, the guard, gets in the vehicle, he's gonna catch a fade, which is slang for fighting the defendant.
Hey, you know this news reporter, like, she got his name all wrong, called him Jax, and then didn't know what catch a fade means, and that's okay, because it's slang that I don't be knowing sometimes, but catch a fade is like that's kind of an obvious one. Wow, so okay. So Scott, he was unruly, like, he was pissed and drunk as hell. I don't know what got him to that point. Like, I wish we had, like, more. I did wish you to press. No, I take that back. I don't wish you would have pressed charges. But I wish we could have got his side of the story to actually hear what happened. That would have been cool.
Scott left, but only 5 minutes later returned to the dock, once again defying police orders not to go.
Then he got into it with the police. You know that you're on 10. That means that you're super hyped up. I'm saying it for her. When you're on 10, a lot of y'all probably know that. That means that you're just like unhinged. You're like, you're not listening to nothing. Like, you're totally like, you're down with whatever. Like, you ready to go. You on go mode. Even go mode is like, I need to figure out a dictionary word for that. Angry, aggressive. I think unhinged work, though.
Go any further. The officer said Scott became erratic, yelling and disturbing the peace of the residents at the early morning hour. Police arrested and transported Scott to the Turner Guilford Night Center. Officers noted Scott smelled like alcohol while at the scene, and Scott later admitted he had been drinking alcohol and stated, "It's Miami." Scott tweeted,
"Hey, Scott is funny, man. Scott, yo, he don't care, man. I don't even think he actually wanted to fight anybody. I think he was more just like having fun with it. Like, if it really got down to a fight, he probably would have chilled, fell back. Because the way he's acting, he's like, it's Miami. Like, we out here just to turn up. Like, I ain't about to let nobody talk crazy to me, whatever the case is. And so that's funny, man. Shout out to Scott. And then this is what he tweeted right here after he got out. He just tweeted LOL, 2.6 million views on Twitter.
Tweeted this after he was released from jail. LOL.
Scott was released from jail earlier than anticipated. In fact, one of the guards at the jail told us that when he was released, no one was there waiting to pick him up, and he looked a little bit upset, pacing around waiting for that person to come and pick him.
Hey, when that person showed up, Scott was ready to set it with them too. You ain't here to pick me up? You know how much I'm paying y'all every damn day? And you ain't here ready to pick me up? Scott, you got me sitting here at the police station. You know, it's all kind of paparazzi out here trying to get a look at me when I get released. But they did release him early. You know, they could have held him longer. And, you know, because it was Scott, they was like, we got you, bro. We got you. The dude didn't want to press charges. It's kind of a whole bunch of nothing. He really just got arrested because he went at the police. Like, the police weren't really tripping off the incident between him and the guy. It was when he started going at them where they were like, all right, you tripping now, Scott. We don't want to have to tase you. We don't want to have to put a knee in your neck. You know what I mean? Like, just relax. And, you know, Scott wasn't hearing none of it. So he ends up getting arrested, which is what he wanted. It's what he wanted. It's like when a coach, basketball metaphor, it's like when a coach is like trying to get his team hyped up and he takes a technical foul and he knows he got to give up 2 points, but it might get his team going. Or possible 2 points if the other team makes the free throws. But coach is like, he just goes off on the referees, and he know the referee's going to give him a technical foul. And the coach don't care. He's willing to take the technical foul to get, you know, his team hyped up. And that's what Scott did. He was willing to go to jail for a night. He figured he just needed a break. And, you know, that's what he did. So here we go. But you got to be there to pick Scott up on time, man. You got to be there to pick Scott up on time. Yo, all right, so we got Scott out the way. And I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every 713. That's all I know. I don't know anything else past that. That song is dope, though. Scott got a lot of good songs, man. He really does. And he has a very unique voice. Scott has a very, very unique voice. I actually like his work, man. I like Scott's work. I think that he is a really good artist. Really good artist. He's had some troubling things happen, though. Especially, you know, that where the whole stage collapsed and he be doing some demonic stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Now, we got to get to the second part of the story. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all see what's going on here. We kind of just grouped this all together. We got to get to Justin Timberlake, and we are going to do that now. We're going to do that now. Should we do... What Timberlake song do I know? I only know the one... I know his songs, but the one I know... I'm tired of using technology. Why don't you sit down on top of me? Hey, yo. I'm tired of using technology. Won't you sit down on top? Ooh, she wants it. Ooh, ooh, she wants it. Ooh, she wants it, so I gotta give it to her. Ooh, she wants it. That's the song with 50 Cent. I actually became a Timberlake fan somewhat because of the record he did with 50 Cent. And you know, that's one of the songs I know like by heart by Timberlake. That song's doing really well. I think it's got like 300 million views last time I checked. I actually listened to it. I like that song. I like 52. All right, let's see what we got here with Justin Timberlake in the second half. I didn't even do... I'll get to it later.
Star Justin Timberlake is out of police custody after being arrested for allegedly driving while intoxicated. Court documents say the 43-year-old had bloodshot eyes and a strong odor of alcohol when he was pulled over. Vlad Duterte.
I just gotta tell you, bro, you are dressed to impress. I mean, you crispy. You're lining, the suit, the colorway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking mad fly. I gotta give you credit, man. Some people be looking raggedy, oversized suit, Men's Warehouse. Nah, you good, bro. I gotta give me a suit like that, man. Can you let me? I need a suit plug. If anybody got a suit plug, can y'all hit me up? Leave a comment in the description. Email me. mail@.sale. What is that, my email? I'll put it in the description. I think it's mail.sale@gmail.com. mail.sale@gmail.com. If you got a plug on the suits, please hit me up. I want to get some new suits. I got like 2 of them that are, you know, they're nice, but I want to get something fly like what he got on.
It has the story.
Surveillance video appears to show pop star Justin Timberlake driving a 2025 BMW through Sag Harbor, New York, before he was arrested for allegedly driving while intoxicated around 12:30 Tuesday morning. Police say they stopped the vehicle after he ran through a stop sign and veered out of his lane. According to court documents, Timberlake had bloodshot and glassy eyes, odor of alcoholic beverage, and performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests. Police say the 43-year-old refused to take a breathalyzer test 3 times.
43-year-old? He's 43? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, he's been around for a while. 43. He looks good for 43. Refused to take the breathalyzer test 3 times. So, just real quick, and I might not be exactly accurate on this, but you never want to take the breathalyzer test unless you know you're not drunk. If you know you're going to fail it, don't take the breathalyzer test. And honestly, I'm just going to, let me start by saying, well, I can't start by saying it, but let me say this also, because it always seems like I'm giving y'all advice on how to do the wrong things. Don't take the breathalyzer test, but before that, don't drive drunk ever in any circumstance. It's one of the most selfish things that you can do because he ran a stop sign. So we can laugh at it. It's Justin Timberlake. He didn't, and even in his news, even the news people are like really lenient on him. But he could have hurt somebody seriously or gravely. And that's not cool, man. Like, drunk driving is so dangerous. I think that driving while sleepy is just as dangerous. I don't know, y'all. In the comments, let me know. What do you think is more dangerous? Like, real discussion. Real discussion. Now, I'm asking this honestly. Do you think it's more dangerous to drive dead tired? Like, I mean, like, super tired. Or drive drunk. Let's go 3 times over the limit. Whatever drunk would be. What do you think is more dangerous? I would possibly say that driving while you're really sleepy is more dangerous, y'all. And I know that from experience. Like, I've literally like drove like long distances to the point where I fell asleep while driving and woke up like, I don't know how many seconds later, but still on the road. And I was like, yo, I got to just pull over and just sleep. Because I was like, this is dangerous. I felt like I was drunk on the road. Like, so, I don't know. Y'all let me know. But as I was saying, though, if you don't take the breathalyzer test, then you got a better chance to fight it in court, basically. Because they have no hard evidence. All they have is the field sobriety test. And if you got a good lawyer, they can maneuver that a little bit, you know, whatever. There's ways to get around it. But if you take that, I mean, if you blow it 2.6, there's really no getting around that. But if you just failed a sobriety test and you just got, I mean, he's obviously wasted. But I'm just saying, in the court of law, you can get away with it a little easier. So I feel like he's been through this before.
And told officers, I had one martini and I followed my friends home. The DailyMail.com captured this photo of Timberlake leaving the police station in handcuffs.
He's fried. He looks still drunk, and it looks like he got arrested at night. The surveillance tape showed it was at night after he left the bar, so that could be anywhere from 12 to 2:30 a.m. or whatever. He still looks drunk, and this looks like the morning when he's released. God damn. One martini,
Tuesday
Justin.
Morning. He was released without bail. His next court.
As he look, that's him normal. He might be, man. He looks zooted there. Not on alcohol though. Man, Timberlake, man. I'm just looking at his eyes, man. He looks like he's on some uppers. He look like he's on uppers. Y'all don't think he looks like he's on uppers?
Court date is scheduled for
look at his eyes.
July 20.
He does got cameras all flashing in his face, dilating his pupils and stuff, or undilating them, I should say. I don't know. He looks zooted though.
6th.
For a first-time offense with no injuries, you would see a plea deal that very likely would include some type of probation.
Timberlake has won 10 Grammys and is currently on a world tour for his latest studio album, his first in 6 years.
He's on tour for his first studio album. So I don't even know what was his first hit on his. They said his first studio album, right? So he's just doing that album on tour. He's not doing anything else.
Currently on a world tour for his latest studio album.
Oh, latest.
His first in 6 years.
Oh, okay, I got you. So he just put an album out and he's doing his tour. So okay, I got you. I heard that wrong.
Be wise to treat Justin Timberlake the way you would treat anybody else. You don't want it to look like he gets a sweetheart deal because he's famous, or he gets the book thrown at him when others wouldn't because they want to make an example.
But that's going to happen. And he's going to get not the latter. See, you can pay your way out of a DUI. As far as I know, I've never had one. I can't speak from personal experience, but I have talked to people, and you know, I've researched it a little bit. I think they said around 14K is the magic number, where you can pretty much get out of a DUI if you're willing to pay that much, just in whatever. I mean, you have to do some classes and stuff, but eventually, you know, you won't do any jail time, probably no community service. You're not gonna be on the side of the highway picking up trash. You can basically pay your way out of most of that. So in Justin's case, he'll probably spend significantly more than that, lawyers' fees and all that type of stuff, but ultimately he won't do anything. He'll do like a Zoom call of Alcohol Anonymous, like for a few months, maybe like once a week for an hour, and then he'll be good.
An attorney for Timberlake declined to comment. He's got 2 shows coming up at Madison.
What y'all think about his suit? His suit ain't bad. Got the black tie. This suit's not bad. I want to get some different colors. Like I got like, you know, a black suit, and then my other one is like, it's like cream. It's like a cream color. But I do want to get like, you know, some different colors and stuff. I got the safe colors that I can just like, you know, use. I didn't want to go all white because, you know, then it's easy to get dirty, but I do want an all white suit. I need a gray one like that. And then like some different colors like what bro had, like a blue one, maybe a red suit. I don't know. Like, I need some stuff.
Square Garden, June 25th, June 26th. I mean, that's probably the first time we'll hear him in public say anything.
But Justin Timberlake is a really, really great guy. Listen, this is clearly a mistake. I bet nobody knows it more than he.
A stupid mistake.
Exactly, and he knows that. But he's not an irresponsible person. He's not reckless. He's not careless. Clearly.
Yeah, but you're saying that, but he just did something reckless and irresponsible. I know y'all rocking with Timberlake. You probably got a relationship with him one way or another. Y'all all in the same space. But, I mean, what he did was clearly reckless and irresponsible and dangerous. Drunk driving is a choice. unless somebody drugged Timberlake, then what he did was a choice. He chose to pick up the drink it, and then get on the road. And it's 2025. Now, I do want to say this. A lot of people, giving him flack. Well, you're Timberlake. You got millions of dollars. There's no excuse. You should have a driver or a chauffeur, or you should have been able to order a taxi. He could do all that stuff. I get it. But also, and I'm not defending him on the drunk driving part, but I'm just saying in general, like, these people probably want to drive their own car. They probably don't want to always have a stranger escorting them somewhere that they got to pay money to do stuff for. Like, even though they have endless amounts of money relatively, like, come on, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If I had $10 million, I would not want to have a driver. I wouldn't. Like, if I had $100 million, I'd still want to drive my own car like I normally do. So I don't agree with that part. But if I was gonna go out and get wasted, then I would take the proper measures. But y'all be making it seem like he just need to always have security and a driver everywhere he goes. Like, that's not fun, man. Like, that's awful. That's not life.
This is not a good thing. He knows that. I love when they stopped Billy Joel, and Billy Joel said, wait, not everybody judge at this particular time. But listen, driving drunk, there's never any excuse for that, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
And it's alleged, right? I mean, at this point.
It's alleged, but based on what the officer saw there, it's not good.
But what you're saying is true.
Yeah, so, I get what they're saying. They'll talk a little bit more, but shout out to them. They did a good job reporting and all that. Didn't really, put accountability on Timberlake, but it is what it is. And with that, we're good. I actually like Timberlake. What he did was irresponsible. It was dangerous. And, sometimes you just got to learn from your mistakes. And actually, we'll go on undirected perspective for this one. Do we want to go light or dark? Let's go. Well, Travis Scott's kind of he's got like a dark personality, so we're gonna go dark, undirected perspective. You have to learn from your mistakes. I think it is a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from others' mistakes. So, like a lot of the things that I have prevented from happening to myself in life, I've learned from watching other people go through it. I watch my uncles, like, make just terrible decisions with drugs, with women, with finances. And people close to me, my friends. Like, I've watched them, like, literally right next to me make just terrible decisions that have affected their lives in the worst way. And just based off of what happened to them, I know I never need to go through those situations myself. Now, in Timberlake's case, he can't do that. And I'll give Travis Scott, I'll actually say I'll put Travis Scott in a different section, because I think what he did, he knew it wasn't going to be anything that could hurt anybody. I don't think he was really trying to harm or injure the person that he was getting into it with. That's why the person didn't want to press charges. He just, like, that was kind of more of a joke, even though he got arrested and stuff. But in Timberlake's case, he's going to be the smart man. He's going to learn from his own mistakes. It's too late for him to be the wise man and learn from watching other people get DWIs to make sure he doesn't get one. He's already got one now, but now he can't do it a second time. And that's okay. Like I said, what he did technically isn't a mistake, because it was a self-inflicted wound. He sat there, got drunk, drove, ran a stop sign, could have gotten a car accident right there, and that could have been that, and it could have been a whole different story. But just that's all it is. And like, honestly, if you get off with a warning in a situation like this, because a lot of people that get DWIs, they end up like paying for it for a long time, and they don't have the resources that Timberlake has, as far as it keeps adding on, because they get their license suspended, but they need to drive to get to work. Then they got to use the interlock, and they got to blow in a thing for years, and the money piles up and they can't find someone to give them a ride in between times, so they drive on a suspended license, then they get caught for that. Now they got caught driving on a suspended license, and it just keeps snowballing and snowballing into a huge thing. And next thing you know, your license is completely revoked, and you're going through all kind of different measures to get your license back and get back to the standing you were beforehand. So getting a DWI is not good for anybody, but you know, the average person is going to hit you really hard and affect your life significantly moving forward, even as far as your insurance and all that. So there's just a lot of bad things associated with it. But yeah, that's all I got for Undirected Perspective. I think y'all know that team. You know, we're athletes, and you know, so we make decisions a little bit different than others, but ultimately, don't drive drunk. It's pretty much it. I did not do the intro. This story was interesting to me, and so I got right into it. But on your way out, if you'll be so kind, the big four, that's like, share, comment, subscribe. I got links down below. You can donate, support the platform. When you support the platform, you're helping all of us as a collective. We're only as good as the person on our left and the person on our right. We get better together, and I got y'all. I really appreciate y'all, team. And, you know, that's what I do this for. It's not about me. It's truly not. I do this to help y'all. And I'm going to get up out of here. You know what? I actually like that movie that Justin made, In Time. If y'all haven't seen In Time, it's called In Time, like the words, I-N and then T-I-M-E. Justin Timberlake, I think it came out like early 2010s. It is such a good movie. I'm actually about to turn it on right now. I'm done for the night, so I'm about to turn on In Time. I'm going to watch Justin Timberlake's movie. And I think, because I haven't watched it in like 5 years, but super good movie. Y'all probably already seen it, but if you haven't, it's a must watch. The storyline is, it really makes you think about just life in general. And I could talk about that movie for probably like another 30 minutes. So that's why I'm going to stop it right here. So, all right, y'all. Until next time.